Well, hello there, music lovers, and welcome back to the Woodshed. Hope everyone's doing well. By request, we've got a Billy Strings episode, and I'm going to be using a guitar that's very near and dear to my heart. This is my granddad's D45. When I won the Guitar-mageddon Guitar Center, it makes me laugh when I say that, Guitar-mageddon. It was a Guitar Center contest. There was like 3,000 some odd people that entered it, and I was fortunate enough to win it. And when I won it, I used the prize money. It was about 10 grand, and I bought my granddad this D45. And when he passed away, the guitar returned to me. Very bittersweet, but when it comes to bluegrass, I don't think there's a finer instrument in the world than a good old Martin Dreadnought. So I'm using this. Like I said, some requests for Billy Strings. I've seen it on the channel. I've seen it in my Patreon. You guys have been wanting to see this kind of stuff. So let's just get, a couple of points, a couple of high points in his playing, a couple of loose outlines to get you started. If you're looking for more in-depth and advanced bluegrass lessons, then Patreon is your friend. I teach all the stuff over there. I teach my stuff. I teach some chicken picking, some western swing, some shred, a lot of shred actually, a lot of alternate picking stuff. That's all on patreon.com/AndyWoodMusic, and I appreciate the support over there. Thanks to one of our Woodshed members who specifically wanted some cross picking. This video's got that, and the other members that wanted some Billy Strings, we got that. So by request, Billy Strings, flat top picking, dust in a baggie. It's incredible. Bluegrass music, songs, lyrical content of crack. Is it crack? Is that the dust in the baggie? I don't know, but it's not good. It's drugs. Don't do drugs. Just play songs about doing drugs. What? I don't know. Billy, what were you thinking? I don't know. Roll it. Roll the footage. All right, kids, let's dig in here on some Billy Strings goodness by request, man. So a couple of things to notice is you're going to have a lot of minor third and major third over every chord. Let's just take a look at that real quick. The key of G, where the dust in the baggie likes to live. All right, so major third, minor third, right? Instead of thinking like a rock guy, where you have major or minor, we're going to think of it like a ambiguous third. That's going to apply to the 5-chord too. And the 4-chord. Back to the 1. All right, a couple of my favorite things about this song are the intro. I'm going to give that to you. Okay, oftentimes he's kicking this thing off and there may be some slight inflection differences. The version I'm looking at is from a couple of like the Red Rocks thing that he does. Also the one of the live TV spots. I can't remember which one it was. I want to say Kimmel, but that's not right. It was one of those live TV spots. And we're going to be framing the G chord. We're going from top to bottom. And we're going to be coming in with a major 7. Very fiddle tune-ish. Here's a little fiddle tune type of thing. Right? Very classic, almost Tony Rice kind of tag. Obviously, Billy, like most of us, have lifted heavily from Doc, lifted heavily from Tony. So anything that you see here, it's going to probably not be an original thought so much as it is a variation of something that Tony or Doc did. Doc Watson, Tony Rice, those are the two names I'm talking about. That's not slamming Billy. He's a monster player, but like all of us, he's lifting and you know, it's like the moment you see somebody reach for the fretboard, it's like, yeah, we all think about Van Halen no matter what they're doing, right? Like he laid the groundwork, very much like Tony Rice for Bluegrass. Okay, let's take this major 7, root, and we're gonna walk down flat 3, 2, 1, and then 7, 6, 5, and then this little. So we're just like it's not articulated like that. It's real slurry and slippery. And then we have a G run at the end. Classic G run. Gonna do a pull off. That's a very classic, almost Monroe era, late 40s, early 50s style. You could have. You could have on the flat 7. Take the whole lick. Cool. One more time, just for good measure. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is the rhythm. I think I'll tell you guys, like my granddad used to tell me, you got to be able to play the rhythm before you can play the lead. So with rhythm in this style of music, we're going to play what I call boom chicka rhythm. My granddad called it that. Got to play the boom chicka. So you're going to play bass notes and then a downbeat. And then bass note. So on the C chord, you can see I'm playing the root and the 5th. Root chord, and there's no real third. It's not that. It's just kind of, I'm lightly laying the inside of my finger over the A string to where there's nothing. Right? Okay. And then we'll go to the D chord. We're going to have a walk up. And this is very common. You could go to a walk up to the 4 chord. Right? So here's a basic boom chicka rhythm just on the G chord. You can add some light inflection, but don't get too Wonderwall on it as as some of us might want to do, right? This isn't a Dave Matthews song. That real quick. And now let's go up to the 5 chord with the walk up. You'll notice that sometimes there'll be these little pushes on the rhythms. Instead of playing, it may be. See here, one more time in the example. Right? So let's just try going from 1, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go that 4 chord. Up to the 5 chord. 1. Now let's take a look at a couple more of the advanced licks within the solo. Great one that is really signature Billy is he loves to find a note and just hog on that thing. Just get down there and hog all over that note, right? Instead of playing, that's like a little more of a modern approach. Billy come in there like a Doc Watson kind of thing. Like I said, just get in there and grind it all over it. Very classic, and it gets louder. Okay, let's take a look at one of the licks he comes out of that. So let's say you're going to grind into that note. Let's talk about this scale pattern right here. It's not even really a scale, it's just kind of a grip, just a shape, just a grip. We have root, flat 7, 4, and 5, all around G. That's a very classic maneuver in bluegrass. Billy uses this thing a lot. So we're taking like root, but instead of kind of only using these, we're implying a lot of this flat 5. Let's get that lick one more time. And there's a lot of little pull-offs in here. Not a lot. I said that. There's not really. It's just like one and then a slide. There's that pull-off. And then a slide. And you get a lot of speed on it too. Right? Really classic Billy maneuver. Okay, let's talk about one of the things that I love that he doesn't really do in Dust in a Baggie, but he does it out of songs out of C. Songs out of C, like maybe Billy in the Low Ground. That kind of lick. So let's just do that lick for the key of C. If you want to learn Billy in the Low Ground, jump over to my Patreon. I teach all kinds of fiddle tunes over there. Patreon.com/AndyWoodMusic, shameless plug, blah, 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 right? So here is the lick that we're going to do in C. And this is a very classic Billy Strings style lick. I say that, and I really mean it's more of a Doc Watson style lick that Billy lifted and mutated. So here we go again. We're going to start on that 6, 5, and then go to the B string and play a flat 3, major 3rd on the open E. And then we're going to go down the arpeggio. Here's another lick in the key of G that's kind of based around that Black Mountain Rag thing. So when I say the Black Mountain Rag, if you know bluegrass, you'll know the song. If you don't know bluegrass, go learn it. We're going to play around this shape right here. So if we have our power chord G, like rock guy G, we're going to play... And it's all around. We have that D shape. We're connecting it to this G shape, which looks like that, right? All these kind of shapes connect. And we're going to play minor 3rd, major 3rd, minor 3rd, major 3rd. So minor 3rd, major 3rd, 5. And that's basically the lick. One more time. And if you're looking for a way to crawl back out of it, helps you keep your speed up when you're playing at high tempos. Just like that. Okay, you can use that in a lot of other places. Try putting it around the root and the flat 7. And as I'm walking down, make sure to go visit the Bluegrass Basics video that I did. You can find it in my playlist. Also, again, you know, teaching this stuff on other channels. But here's a real quick way to frame your open G. Obviously, a lot of bluegrass players will use capos and still play out of the key of G. G position. Very common, you'll play in B flat. So this is very, very common, something Billy does. Every bluegrass guitar player will play out of open positions, open strings. Here's a quick shape, grip kind of thing to look at a position. See how I'm kind of of moving around it. Very much like if you're a rock guy and you get used to your Eric Johnson type of things, right? Like pentatonic Eric Johnson things. It's very similar in the mentality, even though it's different under the hands and it's different under the harmony. Okay, the last thing we're going to talk about is one that I was actually in had a student this week that was interested in cross picking, specifically my song Shred Neck. And the intro is okay, so the same kind of pattern and banjo thing is happening in a lot of Billy Strings is playing. So, for argument's sake, instead of using these double drones, let's do it like Billy would do it. And we're going to play a root or a flat 7, 5, and we're going to have a 6. Really cool sound. So let's just try ascending only. We got 5, 7, and then 6. That's G, B, E strings respectively, right? Now slow is kind of eerie sounding, but faster under a G chord. Really cool sound. Ascend only. Down, up, 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 down, up. So it keeps flip-flopping. Okay, the next thing is let's try to go down and then like back and forth with it. Okay, now the next thing is let's try to mix up the patterns. Really tricky stuff. So now we can start using our extra fingers as pedal tones, playing into the accents. Let me play it really slow. Really cool tonality out of it. I also love this grip for a 5 chord. Yeah, really great. And now, one last thing that you can do with that that's really easy is just connect different areas of G with different voicings of chords from G. You might see a lot of guitar players that play wheelhouse do a variation where they're playing, instead of just the melody, they might play. Right? All right, so that's some basic Billy String stuff that can get you going, get the ball going down the hill. If you're interested in Billy and what he does, I recommend checking out some Doc Watson, checking out some Tony Rice, Brian Sutton. All these guys are just monster players and guys that, you know, I listen to, Billy listened to, and great way to work on your right hand technique. Even if you're a metal player, learning this stuff is super valuable for your right hand technique because it's so demanding. I'm using a Bluegrass string gauge on this, so they're very heavy. It's a 56 on the bottom on that low E, and it's the Diodario set. Sounds great. This is a D45, and happy picking. I think this was a really fun episode, and I hope you guys got a lot out of it. Cheers. All right, thanks for hanging out this week, guys. If you're looking for some fractal patches, I just picked up a Fractal FM9, making some patches for that. That's going to be available on andywoodmusic.com. Also, that's where you can see the tour schedule, where we're going to be playing. andywoodmusic.com is where you can get all the videos and lesson bundles and Guitar Pro, got tabs, bro, all that stuff is at andywoodmusic.com. Now, if you're looking to elevate your playing and you want to take it to the next level, or just join a great community of guitar players, they're always sharing information and licks and tones and things like that, jump over to patreon.com/AndyWoodMusic. We have a great community there. We got a private Discord server. Every week I do a live Zoom call, a Zoom masterclass, and then at the higher tiers you can even take one-on-one lessons with me. But fear not, if you only have $5, just the price of a mocha caramel chocolate frappuccino at Starbucks, you get access to over 600 videos. So patreon.com/AndyWoodMusic. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you guys real soon.